as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What do they need to focus on in order to win a chance, Steve?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you've got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
And now look out as that runs in and gets him, and a very interesting start to this one.
In the second spot tonight.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch out, nothing doing. And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
You talk about tying the guy up. My goodness.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be two. The second for one. On to Napoli at first, and it's a double play. Chris Bryant will get his first opportunity here in Game 7, and obviously a lot riding on every at-bat at this point.
Yeah, it's win or go home, and this is where you really have to start to lean on your stars. So he's going to have a lot of pressure.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, guys, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Therefore, it is Hayward now, one away. Into the box now, Jason Kipnis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready on 1-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Striding into the box, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Sent on the ground out to second. The throw pulls him off the bag. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. Mike Napoli will stand in and an early RBI opportunity here in Game 7.
And it goes without saying, this is an important one to cash in on. You don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get, so you got to make everyone count.
Get out here. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Anthony Rizzo makes his way to the hit here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Kluber steps into his windup. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. His second home run of the series, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Stepping in now, Ben Zobrist. Missed with the curveball there, and he falls behind a 2-1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. No outs, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kipnis has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Addison Russell digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Belted high and deep into right center. Ranging back is Davis, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Number 40 will get his first cuts here. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Right side hit hard. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Jason Hayward set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Hit hard to short. Scooped up, underhanded flip. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony. Jose Ramirez strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting 6.
Lonnie Chisenhall stands in for the first time.
Chisenhall.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. And with 2 away now, it's time to take our final look this year at our playoff brackets. Boy, it seems like so long ago that we got things started in the divisional rounds, but we will officially have our champion by the conclusion of play tonight. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Yeah, sort of a pesky at-bat up there. You know he'd just love to fire one more fastball by this guy and be done with this inning.
And there's a base hit, the first one of the ball game for the Indians. Coco Crisp set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. It remains 1-0. Javier Baez steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Dexter Fowler will try it again. Remember, he was hit by a pitch as the first batter of the ball game. Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through for a hit. Kyle Schwarber stands in.
Designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Chris Bryant stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Kluber pauses on his way with the 3-2. This is in the air out to right. And Chisenhall will make the catch, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Roberto Perez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Chopped weakly to the left. To his right, Bryant. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting,
Carlos Santana will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Jason Kipnis steps up to the plate looking for a little revenge after getting hit with a pitch his first time up.
Ah, got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never.
Well, the play's been made, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings are complete now in Game 7. Anthony Rizzo is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Little chopper back to the mound. And the throw on the first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Stepping in, Ben Zobrist. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Kipnis with the bare hand. Got him.
Oh, what a play.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Addison Russell. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit hard up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Number 40 steps into the box.
Number 40.
One and one, here it is. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Francisco Lindor is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Down the third baseline. Bryant is up with it. 1 away.
Now batting.
So the leadoff man gone, and that'll bring up Mike Napoli. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
To his right, Rizzo, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Jose Ramirez is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Stick around because Jason Hayward. And there is Jason Hayward. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Drilled right back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis on the run. 1 away. Ready now, Dexter Fowler. He singled his last time up. Here's the 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Wow, a flip to second for 1. On to Napoli, and they get 2 here to get him out of the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Fowler, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he will make it there with 2 bases to kick off the home fifth.
These guys haven't had a whole lot of solid contact so far, but he says, hey, Steve, I'll show you some solid contact right here. This ball nearly gets out of the ballpark, but it winds up off the wall, and they've got a good shot at their first run here as he's into second base with a double.
Very weakly on the ground. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time. So striding in, Coco Crisp, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and
meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. The tying run is in to score from second. It's 1-1.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Into the box now, Roberto Perez. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
that's one of his best pitches tonight.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Carlos Santana will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. 1 run on for this point for the Indians. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. A run for the Indians on the... Kyle Schwarber will dig in to lead things off here in what's been a very evenly played game so far.
I'll say tie game, tie series. Hard to get much more evenly matched than what we've seen so far.
And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out. Chris Bryant will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Anthony Rizzo will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Back to the mound and off his leg. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Jeez, how's he doing after that shot?
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Swinging a soft liner, and this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here, the side is retired. Jason Kipnis gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Zobrist has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop,
Francisco Lindor will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Now batting.
Mike Napoli will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Tap foul at home plate. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. A little bouncer. Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Addison Russell will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Kluber gets the sign. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Number 40 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far.
Number 40.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Up next for the Cubs.
Jason Hayward digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Shot toward right center. In there, a base hit. Javier Baez will stand in now in as pressure-filled a spot as one could imagine, with this World Series potentially hanging in the balance. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Dexter Fowler gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... Jose Ramirez steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Short, hit hard. Gloved by Russell. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Lonnie Chisenhall steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. To first. Rizzo is there. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, center fielder
Rajai Davis will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
High in the air out to center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Indians go down 1. Kyle Schwarber comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Bounce to first. Napoli's there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman
Chris Bryant gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Hansen, and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning. Number 30 is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Hector Rondon is on to work as he'll take over here in the 8th. Here's a high pop-up, calling for it, Bryant. And that's the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 55.
Roberto Perez will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Rondon looks in. Full count pitch on its way. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Carlos Santana stands in, trying to change his evil ways here. Hitless in the ball game so far.
Oh, I see what you did there, Matty. That's nice. No way you just came up with that on your own.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. A pause, and the 0-2. Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Strike 3, and the potential go-ahead run left on base. Indians leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Number 30 will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Cody Allen will enter now to start the 9th inning as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half.
Cody Allen.
Chop foul right at home plate. Allen's ready. Here's the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Hot shot on the ground is short. Lindor takes it in. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Addison Russell gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Turned on down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. Number 40 will be the batter. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, having a pretty nice one with the bat. Multi-hit games are always nice to come by.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Jason Hayward strides to the plate with 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run over at first base.
Yeah, and the key here is don't try to do too much. At least move the line and get it to the next guy.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Francisco Lindor will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there, so even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Now batting,
Jose Ramirez stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. 2 out, nobody on. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out. Javier Baez stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now. Lifted in the air to right field. Chisenhall giving chase. He's got it 1 away. Dexter Fowler gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to Napoli takes care of him. 2 away now.
now batting, designated hitter,
Kyle Schwarber struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
The crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
High and deep to right center. Davis ranging back at the track. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. Solo shot to right center. His first homer here in the series. And the Cubs move out ahead 2-1.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Chris Bryant ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Allen has the target. Here's the 1-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through. He's got a base hit, his second in this one. 2 for 5 now.
These guys haven't lacked for hits, but it's a little surprising that they only have 2 runs on the board. Someone needs to start making these guys pay for allowing so many base runners.
Zach McAllister will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And, you know, working inside is great. Even backing guys off is fine when the time's right, but you need...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So they pick up a... Lonnie Chisenhall will come forward now, trying to at least get on base with his guys down to run here in extra innings.
For the fences just yet. You just need to find a way to get some guys on base and get that conveyor belt rolling.
C.J. Edwards will come in and pitch now. Lonnie Chisenhall will step in now with his guys down to run here in extra innings. And, gentlemen, I think we've been here before.
Yeah, they were able to overcome a deficit once before. Now, can they get lightning to strike twice?
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Rajay Davis will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit to short. Russell has it. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Aroldis Chapman will get the call here, an inning later than usual, as he'll try to save this one in the 10th.
Aroldis Chapman.
Number 30 steps in now. Here it comes on 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
And after years, decades of futility, we can finally say the words. The Chicago Cubs have won the World Series.
Well, let the celebrating begin. This is a World Series for the ages. And it came down to a Game 7, but all along, I really felt like this was the better team, and they proved it here. They are the world champions.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Here now is the final.